The shonen anime genre. By far the most popular genre of anime in the world. With the likes of Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece, the shonen genre has redefined anime for many people. Currently, shonen is still popular thanks to many different anime. But there are two anime in particular that is being raved about in the anime community. Those are Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and for today's video, I'll be doing a comparison between these two supernatural shonen, and then deciding which one is better. Before getting into the comparison, please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, since I'm very close to 100 subscribers. Also, I love both of these anime, so I'm in no way saying either are bad. These will just be my thoughts and opinions on each. Lastly, this video will be up before the Western release of the Demon Slayer movie, so I'm not taking that into account. Only the first seasons of both these anime will determine my deciding factors. Alright, let's begin. So how this video will work is I'll be judging which anime is better in 5 separate categories. And for me, these 5 categories are integral to any good shonen anime. So let's begin with round 1, the story. Let's start with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer follows Tanjiro and Nezuko, who are the sole survivors of their family when a demon attacked. Nezuko, as a result of the incident, was transformed into one. Nezuko! Tanjiro then sets off with his sister Nezuko to become a Demon Slayer and also help his sister turn human again. Next is Jujutsu Kaisen's story. Jujutsu Kaisen follows Itadori, an athletic high school student. One day, when a curse appears at his school and appears unstoppable, Itadori swallows a talisman and becomes the host of Sukuna, the most powerful curse. With Sukuna in him, Itadori gained new power and also one step closer into stopping this powerful curse. Now for me, both are very interesting premises that really hooked me in, but I think only one of them really stayed true to their premise and plot, and that was Demon Slayer. During the whole course of Season 1, Tanjiro's goal and motivation was consistent, whereas with Jujutsu Kaisen, the plot shifted around multiple times, to the point where Sukuna was barely seen towards the end. So I gotta give round 1 to Demon Slayer. Next up for round 2 is the main cast of characters. For Demon Slayer, I already mentioned Tanjiro and Nezuko. There is also Zenitsu, who is the comedic relief character and specializes in lightning. Inosuke, who's sort of the meathead of the group, literally since he's wearing a boar head at almost all times. Then there's also the pillars of the Demon Slayer core, but really only Shinobu and Giyu made any impacts on Season 1. With Jujutsu Kaisen, I mentioned Itadori. There is also Megumi and Nobara, who are the main friends of Itadori and students of the Magic Technical College. There is their mentor Gojo, who is one of the most powerful people in the show. And then there are other students like Todo and Inumaki who are fan favorites. Now this can go both ways for many people. While as of now I like Tanjiro more than Itadori as a main character, I think Jujutsu Kaisen's side characters and cast as a whole is much more interesting. I don't think any character in Demon Slayer compares to the likes of Gojo and what he did in Season 1. Even side characters like Todo have made such amazing impacts on the anime community. And for that, I have to give round 2 to Jujutsu Kaisen. Next up for round 3 is the animation. Both anime won the Best Animation Award in their respective years for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. And it makes sense since both of them are produced and made by two of the most acclaimed animation studios. Ufotable for Demon Slayer and MAPPA for Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll keep this rather short. While both of them have great animation, there's something about Ufotable that always blows me away. They rarely release anything, but when they do, it always looks beautiful. Even their past works still hold up so well. Jujutsu Kaisen may be a little more recent when it comes to their animation, but I have to give round 3 to Demon Slayer and Ufotable. Next up is round 4, which is the fight scenes.
腕は惜しいか。
You can't have a good shonen action anime without good fight scenes. And both Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen has those. Let's highlight a few of the fights that were the highlights of the series for me. Tanjiro's fight against the former Lower Moon 6 was a great fight to introduce Zenitsu and Inosuke's power, and also gave a very interesting setting dynamic. The forest fights, though, were the highlight of Demon Slayer. From Zenitsu and Inosuke's fights against the Spider Family, to the fight that broke the internet in Tanjiro vs. Rui, everything was animated beautifully and was so well done. Now, with Jujutsu Kaisen, they introduced us to their great fights right away with Sukuna vs. Gojo. Itadori and Nanami vs. Mashiro was also a very emotionally engaging fight given the circumstances. Gojo vs. Jogo was a great fight that almost began Jujutsu Kaisen's rise to stardom. And then finally, Itadori and Todo vs. Hanami, ending in Gojo entering the scene with Hollow Purple, was very epic. This was a tough one to decide. While I think Tanjiro vs. Rui was breathtaking to watch and listen to, I think the rest of the fights don't compare to Jujutsu Kaisen's. Every fight had amazing choreography and moments that'll stay with me leading up to Season 2 in Jujutsu Kaisen. I have to give Round 4 to Jujutsu Kaisen, but barely. The final round. Round 5 is the villain.
なんだこの女は。神戸を垂れてつくばえ。
Just like with fights, every good shonen action anime needs a good villain. And for Demon Slayer, the main villain is Muzan, and Jujutsu Kaisen, the main villain is Sukuna. And while this one's tougher than you would think, both of the main villains of Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen are shrouded in a lot of mystery and intrigue, since they don't make long appearances in Season 1. However, I think I can still judge this based off what we've seen. What makes Muzan so interesting is that he's the first demon, essentially the Demon King, and the one responsible for turning humans into demons. He is also responsible for the upper and lower moons, which is basically his lieutenants. Sukuna, in the same way, is the most powerful curse, and is referred to as the King of Curses. And how we view him is through Itadori's body, which is very interesting. Ultimately, I give the edge to Sukuna. His dynamic with Itadori is one of the most interesting parts of the series, as he is so unpredictable. Also, his motivations, as of now, are a lot more clear than Muzan's, since Sukuna wants his body back and to be whole again, while Muzan still has a lot of question marks.
そろそろかな。この虎杖とかいう小僧。お、大丈夫だった？彼には器の可能性がある。任せなさい。
Also, aside from the main two, Mashiro and Hanami were solid villains compared to the likes of Rui. And with that, I give Round 5 and the victory to Jujutsu Kaisen, which I do actually prefer overall to Demon Slayer. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. I am closing in on 100 subscribers, and when I hit 100 subscribers, I'll be releasing a video on my favorite anime villains. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can listen in and watch that. I am Tiago from Attack on Tiago, and I hope you all have a nice day.